Now, CGTN has been collecting questions from around the world regarding China's ongoing two sessions. For that, let me bring in my colleague Yang Di with CGTN's social media desk. Take it away, Andy.
Good evening, Chu Yuan. Welcome. And as the world's second largest economy maps out the future, the focus is on two big items of the 2026 growth target and the 5-year blueprint that will steer policy priorities. Across the global social media community, many of you have been sending questions about manufacturing, AI services, jobs, you name it. But if you zoom out, it really comes down to two simple questions. For a country of 1.4 billion people, how to create wealth and how to put it to work. Well, let's start with the second part, how that money turns into a better life. Growth isn't just in the headline figure. You feel it in everyday life. Take-home pay, food on the table, books in the school. And one issue you keep asking about is healthcare. For example, what are China's long-term healthcare goals for the next 10 to 20 years? Well, I'm so lucky we have Mr. Li Yong here because in 20 years I will be a pensioner myself. So that question got me covered. So in this year's government report, what have you read that stands out on healthcare? And one more question. As healthcare and social security expand, how do you see that balance between better coverage but sustainable finances? Mr.
Well, I think this is really a good question because, if you ask me how the healthcare system is going to be in the next 10 to 12, 20 years, this is very difficult to quantify. But, one thing is for sure, I think the government is going to pay a lot of attention, to the healthcare system to make sure that there is a safety net for the total population that, they can live, spend, carefree. So that, I think, it is very important. And in terms of the expansion of the coverage, I think that is also point to the future direction because, I think, over the next 10 to 20 years, the coverage and the spending is going to increase to make sure, the system is going to provide, the kind of a bottom line for the people, and definitely, that this is going to pose certain type of challenges, like how to maintain the expansion while at the same time to make the financing of the system sustainable, and from the current policies and measures being implemented and considered, I think we are working it out. For example, from the the medical insurance spending, the government is increasing spending. From the payment level, there's optimization processes. From the diversification of insurers, there will be other type of, for example, commercial insurance to cover the insured needs. So in the going forward, I think people should be confident about the healthcare system.
So it's a two-part. First, contribution from the government, and the second part is from private sector.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Li Yong. I'm glad to know that my life after my retirement is well covered. Yeah, we were about to move on to the second part and about how to make money, but because we're a bit short on time, so that was Li Yong, the Executive Council member of the China Society for WTO Studies. But don't worry, we were talking about this online on social media networks. You can follow us on CGTN's social media outlets, as well as you can find us the Ask China part on CGTN's website, as well as an application. So just join our online communities and go to one of our websites to seek the Ask China image and click on that image. You're all in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mr.